walk us through before we get to Canfield and Court Street. What's that feel like to you and Emily? Because a lot of people, right, are dealing with decisions,
Yeah.
whether it's a move or whether it's just a career change, and that causes some churning. So, what was that
Yes.
decision process like for you?
It was, I mean, it was the hardest decision we ever had to make.
Mm.
Till even the drive home, 550 miles. And,
Mm.
when we pulled in and returned a truck that we had to rent, the guy working behind the counter looked at where the paperwork, was, and looked at what city we'd driven the truck from. And he goes, "What are you doing? What are you doing coming from Nashville?" I said, "Oh, we're moving back." And he goes, "Well, most people move to Nashville. What are you doing moving back?" And I
Right.
thought, "Oh boy, here we go," and,
Right.
and then, it turns out that, his worker there at the time, was actually a musician, and, he brought him out and we got to talking, and he's one of my closest friends here. I thought, well, man, I'm pulling into a small
Wow.
town, and, in a sense, a town that has been really given some rough labels.
Mm.
If you research Youngstown, Ohio,
Hmm. Tell us
over the
about those.
past,
What's those layout? What's that like? What
just as far as, when the steel mills died,
Rust
and
Belt?
Rust Belt, and people pulled out and crime got bad. So, you think, well, geez, here I am. And then instantly you show up, and, after you've made the decision, you realize you can't take it all back now, and just a
Mm.
little glimmer of hope and light, just by, it was almost like pulling into Nashville. Oh yeah, well, I'm a musician. It's like, well, of course you are. You're in Nashville, but you don't expect that,
Hmm.
when you come to the place where you're originally from, So, but it was not an easy decision, and there was no instant gratification or
Mm.
instant confirmation that we had done the right thing.
Wow. Wow.
It
I
was
mean,
not instant.
it's
That's for
courageous,
sure.
right? I mean, it does. It takes courage to do that.
Yeah.
Um. Wow. So, but I also know my thing is I've always just gone through the open doors. A door will open, or the
Hmm.
flashlight will shine about 3 feet.
Yeah.
It's not like you have this big. Oh, I see the next.
Nope.
Let alone
No.
the next year, the next 3 months,
Right. Exactly.
right?
Yeah. There was no grandiose, this is what you guys need to do. It was,
Yeah.
I mean, we had suspected, again, due to family stuff, that it was time to get closer to family. And, now,
Mm-hmm.
and here's the thing. And, if this is too far off from your question, stop me and we can change,
No, I
gear it
no.
differently. But, um, you know, I had to remind myself of where I'm from, is because, well, let me put it this way. Where I'm from is who I am, right? And where I came from is who I am, and that's what shaped my musical being. There's something about the quality of musicianship up here
Hmm.
that, some people said, well, they literally said, they looked at me when I told them we were leaving Nashville, and they said, what are you gonna do?"
Wow,
In that tone of voice,
that's
okay?
helpful.
And I said, well, you don't know where I come from. You don't
Mm.
know where our home is. You don't get what we're going back to. I've always believed in the ability of the musicianship around this area. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not, you didn't grow up far from here too originally, I mean,
Hmm.
now we're talking an hour and a half or so, but if you take
No, it's
Youngstown
true.
is an epicenter and pinpoint that and draw a circle 200 miles,
Yes,
you'll find some insane talent that came from this area. And
true.
so I saw it not necessarily as an opportunity, but I saw it as I am needed there.
Wow.